Let's talk about the coaches in this one. This is really interesting because last year Mike Vrabel was here. I think his official title was he was a consultant. He ended up being the offensive line coach by de facto.
Offensive line coach.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is he sat in on everything. He knows what Jim Schwartz thinks. He knows what Jim Schwartz likes to do. He knows what Kevin Stefanski's tendencies are. He knows what Kevin likes to do. Is that overblown, or is there some kind of an advantage to be had because Vrabel is so familiar? He was the subordinate here. He wasn't pushing his philosophies on the other guys. He was hearing what their philosophies are.
Yeah, I think that there's a little bit of advantage to it. I think it gets a little overblown. Mike Vrabel's a great coach.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to see behind there ain't much to see behind the curtain in Berea. So he isn't really, it's not like he's back there taking all
everything written on napkins.
And this is really no different than any offensive coordinator who leaves and takes another spot and then goes against his former head coach. It's sort of the same thing. But I'm sure that he's got more of a level of familiarity with how the Browns operate and the way that they think. They are running a different offense this year than they were last year. Neither one of them are very effective right now, but it is a different scheme and a different concept. But, I mean, if you want to give any sort of advantage, it would be advantage Vrabel because of how much he understands and knows about the Browns. But I think Vrabel's probably a better coach anyway, so I don't know that he needs that advantage.
Right. I agree completely with Jason. There is inherently an advantage by being in the organization. How much of an advantage?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? I don't know if there's any way to quantify it. But Vrabel, just the fact that he's such a good coach, you'd think if there is a little bit of an advantage, he'll make it a little bigger just because he's such a good coach. And obviously he's a better coach than Stefanski. He's a better coach than probably 25 coaches in the league, roughly. So certainly he has the advantage in this situation.
While we're talking about this, I just want to put one thing to bed. This idea that they should have fired Kevin and hired Mike Vrabel to be the coach. Personally, I don't have any information on this. Just
yeah. You
my
don't think
opinion,
he would have done it?
He would not have taken the job. I don't think he would have taken the job.
I
because
agree with
it's
you.
Stefanski. Because of that, or because he didn't want to be with the Browns?
He wanted to be with the Patriots.
Not just the
I think he wanted to go home.
I think he understands the mess that is Berea and the way that things are structured and operated. And if he had his choice between the New England job, which was known within the league for a while that was probably coming open, that wasn't a surprise when Mayo got fired. If he had his choice, he was going to take the New England. I don't think he wants anything to do with the bonfire in Berea behind the scenes.
You know how when college kids graduate, they take that gap year and go travel around Europe with a backpack?
Yeah.
That's what Mike did. Yeah. There was no scenario where Mike ended up long-term here, and I think you're right. That was on Mike's doing. Even if they would have come to him and said, would you take this? I think the answer would have always been no.
It's good. The optics look nasty. The optics look nasty. You know what? Because guess what? Vrabel's a better coach. He has a better offense. He has a better infrastructure. And he definitely knows what Kevin wants to do. He knows what Jim Schwartz wants to do. He knows all the above. This is why this game could get ugly. And people are going to say, yeah, right or wrong, look at another person that left the Cleveland Browns that went somewhere else. Kyle Shanahan had the 6-page letter PowerPoint about why the Browns are trash and why he was not going to come back here. So this is a game, to me, we looked at it the other day, the Browns have not beaten the Patriots, I don't know in how many years.
In New England since 92.
So
3.
In general, since
the last one was 2010.
Yes, 2010, correct.
Yeah. So yeah, this is not going to look that. Colt McCoy and Peyton Hillis back in the day. But yeah, this is going to be a master's class in what it looks like when you got some guys doing their thing and some other people is getting their own way.
Yeah.